Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over the Goblet Bulgarian Split Squat, or it can also be called the Goblet Rear Foot Elevated Split Squat. And also I'm going to go over a little bit of tempo training at the end as well. So the Goblet Bulgarian Split Squat, it is a unilateral, so single-legged squat pattern movement, and it's really good for creating strength and stability in the lower body, but it also challenges your core and your shoulders as well, just because of the nature of where you're holding the kettlebell or the dumbbell or the weight plate, whatever you're using, as well as the balance that it requires. Okay, so the name, the goblet portion of the name, it's because of where you're holding the weight. So like I said, you can be using a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a weight plate, any sort of weight. Okay, and a goblet version is when you're holding it in front of you like this, in front of your chest. Okay, because there can also be the suitcase version, there can be the front rack version. There's many different versions, but today we're going to go over the goblet version. Okay, so to get yourself set up, you need a bench at the right height. So this bench here is around just under my knee height. Okay, you want it around about there. You don't want it too high because you're not going to get as much depth in there because it requires too much flexibility, but you don't want it too low because you're not going to get as much depth because your knee's going to hit the ground as well. Okay, so once you've got your bench, you want to do it not using any weight whatsoever. You want to get yourself set up and see where your feet position are going to be. So keep the bench in the same position, okay, and set yourself up. So your rear foot goes up onto the bench, and I like to put the top of my foot on it. Some people like to sort of put the ball of their foot, but I like to put the top of my foot on there, okay? At that same time, I brace myself up, so I'm not letting myself sag like this. I'm bracing myself up, okay? When I squat down, this front leg is going to be in the same position as if I'm going to be doing a squat. So there's a little bit of a forward angle with the knee, and you're down until at least parallel, okay? Again, keeping that core nice and tight so that you're not overarching in that lower part of your back, okay? Once you find that good position, so you don't want to be, when you're just doing a standard split squat, the Bulgarian split squat, you don't want to be too far forward or too far back. So if you're going really wide, it takes a little bit more flexibility in the hip flexors and stuff, and you can see my shins very vertical there. Okay, it changes the movement slightly, and that's not what we're going for with just the standard version. So you just want your body in like a squat position when you're at the bottom. It's just that you're on one leg, okay? So that slight forward tilt of the shin, everything, and at full depth, okay? Now, try to use that for that front leg as much as you can when you're doing this. That back leg there is just for a little bit of stability, but it's raised up onto the bench, so it sort of cancels it out a fair bit. Okay, once you've found that position, sort of see if there's a mark on the ground, or even put your drink bottle there or something there so you can see when you do your reps and you're changing legs. Okay, so once we've found that position, so I've got a little mark on the ground here, I'm going to get myself up, get the kettlebell or the dumbbell, whatever I'm using, and so with the kettlebell, I like to hold on to the actual ball part of it, but you can hold on to the top like that as well. That's fine as well. I just like to hold on to it like that. Okay, keep it nice and close to the chest, elbows tucked in. So you don't want elbows flaring out like that. Keep your elbows tucked in and your core nice and tight, keeping a neutral spine. Okay, once you've got that kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever you're using, in that position, balance yourself with that front foot wherever it needs to be at your drink bottle or the line on the ground, whatever's there. Okay, from there, balance yourself. Slowly kick that foot back. Get yourself set up. Now get balanced before you even start, okay? Nice and balanced, lowering down into it, full depth, and back up. Staying nice and balanced the whole time. Okay, with my knee position, if you see that front knee, you want it traveling over your toes the whole time. You don't want to see it caving in. You want to keep it over the top of the toes. Okay? Now, if you're really struggling with the balance, I'd completely take away the weight to start with, because that's a big challenge. So if you're struggling with it, just take the weight away and just do body weight Bulgarian split squats. If you still really struggle with it, then you can use something to help you balance, okay? You just put that at the front position, get your foot set up, and then that way you've sort of just got that little bit of balance there. Only use it if you really need to. Only use it if you really need to, and just put as much pressure on it as you need, okay? And it's just there to help you out to sort of gain that initial balance. All right, this is just a foam roller, and it's at the perfect height. Okay, now with the tempo, okay? Tempo is written with 4 different numbers, okay? And they're always in the same sequence. So the first number is, no matter what movement you're doing, they're always written the same. First number is always the down movement. Second number is the pause at the bottom. Third number is the up phase of the movement. And the fourth number is the pause at the top. Okay? So, comparing a goblet squat to a pull-up. So, with a goblet squat, that first number is the down phase. So, it's going to be from the top, and it's right where you start. You're going to be going down. Now, if you were to do a pull-up, that initial pull up, because you're doing the up phase first, you're going to start on the third number because they're always written the same. Okay, you're going to start on the third number because that's the up phase, then you'll go to the fourth, and then you'll go back to the first. Okay, now with the Bulgarian split squat, so if I've got it written 3, 2, 1, 0, okay, that's 3 seconds down, 2 second pause at the bottom, 1 second up, and a 0 pause at the top. This is what it'll look like. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. No pause at the top. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Every rep is exactly the same. Okay? Hopefully this helps you out. Let me know if it does. If you've got any more questions, just leave a comment down the bottom. Good luck, guys.